recently appointed British High Commissioner पाकिस्तान में Jane Marriott, उनसे हमने की कराची के ऑक्टन हाउस में मुलाकात। बड़ी खूबसूरत बिल्डिंग है और बड़ी अच्छी गुफ्तगू हुई, वो हम आपको दिखाना चाहते हैं। आज हम स्टूडियो से बाहर एक बहुत ही तारीखी इमारत में मौजूद हैं जो यूजुअली डेप्यूटी ब्रिटिश हाई कमिश्नर की रिहाइशगाह होती है, लेकिन आज यहाँ पर इस्लामाबाद से मौजूद हैं, तशरीफ लाई हैं द न्यूली अपॉइंटेड ब्रिटिश हाई कमिश्नर। दिस प्लेस इज कॉल्ड एक्टन हाउस। इट्स अ वेरी ओल्ड कॉलोनियल ब्रिटिश बिल्डिंग।
हाँ, क्योंकि कभी कभार आपको मौका नहीं मिलता ना ऐसी जगहों पे आके देखने का, सो वी आर वेरी एक्साइटेड टू बी हियर एंड ऑफ कोर्स जॉइनिंग अस टुडे सिटिंग राइट नेक्स्ट टू अस इज Jane Marriott, who is the newly appointed High Commissioner of Britain. Thank you so much for taking out the time for us. How are you?
Thank you for having me on your show. I'm good. I'm exhausted. My goodness, Karachi, it's the party that is the party in the city.
You are a busy person. We saw your video in Lahore and we know that you really enjoyed Lahore as well. And we also know that this is your first time in Karachi.
It is.
So do tell us, what are your first impressions and how do you find the city?
It's big. Everything is happening here. It's a little bit chaotic, but I like it that way. I think that's what big cities should be like. And I've had a great time so far meeting a whole range of youth, business, climate, newspaper people, and of course the whole gamut of political actors here. What I haven't done yet is see any heritage like I managed to do in Lahore.
You almost live in a very heritage kind of a
house. It's 150 years old, this house, and it's one of 3 houses that was by the Port Authority over 150 years ago. But I am going to go to your UNESCO heritage sites over the weekend.
Yes, there are a few actually in Karachi to look for. And you happen actually to be here when a Royal Navy ship is docked at Karachi port, so...
It's not coincidence, it's all cunningly planned.
You planned it that way.
So you planned it. So tell us
HMS Lancaster is what's known as a Type 23 frigate, and I have no idea what one of those is, but it's very big, it's very grey, it can shoot things down, and it can have a helicopter landing on it. And it's part of a regular series of ships visits that we've had. This is at least the 45th ship.
Absolutely. It indicates a very good, great relationship between UK and Pakistan. Okay, we would like to know your view on the current security situation in this region as well, and what does UK think about it? What role can be played?
So you can never choose your neighbours. The UK went for being an island with Ireland as our Republic of as our only neighbour. You've got 2 huge neighbours and a whole host of other challenges and opportunities, shall I say. So, the border with Afghanistan continues to be a source of trade opportunity, but also potential insecurity. And we're continuing to work with more broadly on things like counter-IED training, so counter-explosive training, medical training, things like that, cooperation, information sharing with your security authorities, because we're very much aware that Pakistan is in the front line of many of the bad things that can happen.
And you just mentioned trade opportunities, and Karachi happens to be the economic hub of the country.
It is.
So what are you actually aiming to achieve when it comes to bilateral trade, enhancing it, increasing it between UK and Pakistan?
So we've tripled trade in the last 3 years between Pakistan and the UK, but primarily it's kind of textiles from Pakistan to the UK and metals from the UK to Pakistan, which is important, but it doesn't feel very 21st century. So what we've started doing is looking at how can we work on sort of tech, startups, services, and really looking at some of those investment opportunities. And there is so much potential here, and there are so many UK companies that want to come in, but they are looking at some of the economic uncertainty here at the moment and waiting for it to be a little bit more stable.
I'll just lighten things up a little bit in the sense, because whenever somebody comes to Pakistan, well, you did miss the mango season a little bit, but we are just wondering if you...
I had a month of mango.
Oh, you did?
It was not long enough.
You cannot get enough of it, actually. Never. You can never get enough of it.
Well, I've sort of said to my friends, like, have we got enough, like, mango jam, frozen mango chutney? Have we got it all ready to go to get us through the winter? I have to have more mango.
Mango cakes.
Oh, I haven't thought of that one.
Abdullah, has nice recipes that you could share.
Okay, well, if you've got a good recipe, or your listeners have a good recipe, let me know.
Okay, do tell us. We have a lot of Pakistani students who prefer to go to the UK to study.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have problems like, getting visas. Sometimes they have problems like getting into the right courses in the right universities. Anything that is planned in the near future to make it easier for Pakistani students to, go there and study?
So we've got tens of thousands of Pakistani students studying in the UK at any given moment. I think sometimes we can be a bit more clear on exactly what it is you have to do. There's a lot of forms, there's a lot of things that you need to do. And the forms are there, the links are there, but it's not always immediately obvious what to follow. So we're planning some communications out on what we can do to make that more accessible. But we are also, so I'm glad you mentioned students, about to open the next round of our Chevening Scholarship round.
Lovely.
So a few days ago I waived off 69 scholars, so Masters and PhD students, scholarships fully paid for Commonwealth and Chevening scholarships off to the UK. The next window for applications opens about the 12th of September for about 6 weeks, and we're looking for bright students who've already got an undergrad, who've got some experience and are leaders, and we're really looking at things like climate change, life sciences, things that Pakistan and the UK can work on together.
We witnessed some milestone moments last year when it comes to the bilateral relationship between UK and Pakistan.
Yep.
English men's cricket team coming to Pakistan.
Yeah.
So what more can we expect? Do you have anything planned for the next year?
Well, I understand that cricket is quite important in our relationship.
It is, absolutely.
Oh my God, I was ripped for the Pakistan-Afghanistan match the other night with the one-wicket one.
We saw your tweet as well, where you, like us, you're a fan of Naseem Shah.
I think I'd nearly stopped breathing by the end of it.
That was tense.
Come on, guys, you can do it.
The third match especially, you never really know where it was going.
But so we'll have the Pakistani men's and women's team going over to England in early 2024, sort of April, May time, and then reciprocal visits back here, which I'm really looking forward to, I have to say.
All right, so while you're here in Karachi, you must go out to some of the restaurants nearby sea.
Yeah.
And enjoy Karachi's amazing food, because that's the best food that you would find in Pakistan.
And the weather is not so bad.
The weather, this is the first time I've been under 30 degrees since I got here. I love Karachi.
We did it especially for you.
It's very windy.
It's appreciated. About 25 would be perfect.
Lovely, we'll get there. Thank you so much for taking out the time for us.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.